afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Babar Bagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Nigerian Army gives stern order on Yoruba Nation, asks soldiers to kill citizens who attempt to snatch rifles. How we are checkmating Ebubeagu and Motekun, other state-owned security outfits, IGP. NSCDC arrests suspected kidnappers, drug peddlers in Ise-Ekiti. Gunmen attack Bullion van in Anambra. And finally on sports, Ronaldo, Leo, Bruno Fernandes to face Super Eagles in Lisbon. Now the news in detail. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, has ordered soldiers to kill anyone who attempts to snatch their weapons while on duty. In an internal memo exclusively obtained by Sahara reporters, the order followed an attack on soldiers by suspected Yoruba Nation agitators in Ogun. The signal, dated November 8, 2022, was signed by one Colonel M.A. Abba. Sahara reporters had reported how some persons suspected to be Yoruba Nation agitators attacked a team of soldiers around the Ojuore area of Ado-Ojota, local government, Ogun State. The incident happened last Thursday when the suspected agitators were in a procession around Ota. It was learned that the agitators descended on a vehicle conveying some personnel of the Nigerian Army, disarming one of the soldiers. The suspected Yoruba Nation promoters also went away with the rifle after mobbing the affected soldier. The military signal read, following an attack on troops along Owode Laro Road by angry mobs and a recent attack by some criminal element on troops of 65 Battalion within a rally conducted by members of the Yoruba Nation at Ojuore roundabout along Road Songo Otaidi Roko, which led to the snatching of a rifle from the soldier. I am to convey to all officers and soldiers deployed on internal security operations to shoot to kill anyone who attempts to snatch troops' weapons while on duty. Additionally, troops must act in self-defense to protect their lives, that of colleagues and weapons at all costs. Moving to the next story. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, says the activities of Ebubeagu and other state-owned security outfits are being regulated by the police. Mr. Baba said this on Thursday at the Presidential Villa Abuja while featuring in the 57th session of State House briefing organized by the Presidential Communications Team. Some regional security outfits set up by state governors have at different times been accused of torture and killings in their areas of operation. Notable among the security outfits are Amotekun, set up by the governors of the Southwest, and Ebubeagu, floated by the Southeast governors. Mr. Baba cautioned politicians to shun violence and abide by extant rules and agreements on peace conduct and campaigns ahead of the 2023 general elections. He said the issue of violence in our politics, it takes two to tango. There are laid down procedures to do rallies and campaigns. On our path, we have gone out to appeal to politicians to play the game by the rules and at the same time allow us to regulate political campaigns, processions and rallies to avoid clashes and so forth. The three things which civil society organizations have spoken about: involvement of security outfits. I think I have even made announcement and pronouncement before their letter. And to the next story. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Ekiti State Command has arrested two persons at Ise-Ekiti in Ise-Orun local government area of Ekiti State. The suspect, Kayode Ilesomi Fagbamigbe, 27-year-old, and Samson Omotayo, 38 years old, were arrested following a discreet investigation about kidnapping, drug peddling, cultism, and armed robbery activities along Ikere-Ise axis of the state. The counter-terrorism unit of the command swung into action after a series of antics by the suspect to resist arrest, which later led to the pandemonium amongst the youth in the town, as the CTU cannot make use of branded vehicles to make the arrest to forestall likely escape of the suspects. The youth of the town quickly blocked the road and prevented NSCDC officers from leaving the town. The youth claimed that the officers were kidnappers, which made the officers show them their identity cards. The youth were not satisfied and went ahead to assault NSCDC operatives who were on their legal duty. The situation was later managed by the officers. A statement by the NSCDC Ekiti CDPRO, Mr. Tolu Afolabi, said the preliminary investigation showed that the suspects are into cybercrime, cultism, and drug peddling. Kayode, who claimed to be a student of Kenyatta University, is suspected to be in the country for the purpose of transporting drugs into Tanzania, while Samson Omotayo is a suspected specialist in cannabis sativa processing. Moving to the next story from the southeast Nigeria. Gunmen suspected to be robbers on Thursday evening attacked a Bullion van in Ufuma, Orumba South local government area of Anambra State. A source who spoke to Daily Post said the Bullion van was conveying cash to an undisclosed location when the government trailed them to an agrarian community of Ufuma and opened fire on the truck and security men accompanying it. It happened at about 5 p.m. Thursday, and there was heavy shooting in the area. All the residents of the community fled while security operative attached to the Bullion van battled the armed robbers. The police was able to stop them from succeeding, the source said. Meanwhile, the State Police Command has confirmed the incident. Spokesperson of the command, DSP Tochukwu Ikenga, said the event happened at about 4 p.m., but the armed men were eventually repelled. He said operatives attached to the Bullion van gallantly repelled the attack. The incident happened at about 4 p.m. in Umuebo Junction, Ufuma. The Commissioner of Police, CP Echeng, has since ordered immediate man-off on the attackers. The operational vehicles belonging to the armed robbers have been recovered. He said a Lexus Jeep and a Highlander Jeep belonging to the robbers have been recovered. Other items recovered are one empty magazine, the face bulletproof vest, charms, and some incriminating items. So the last story on the national news is a sports story. Portugal has released a 26-man squad that will face Super Eagles in a friendly in Lisbon on September 17. The squad will also feature at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Talismanic captain Cristiano Ronaldo headlines the squad with key stars like Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, and Joao Felix also included. Veteran defender Pepe, Manchester City duo Ruben Dias, and João Cancelo are also part of the team. It will be the first time ever meeting Portugal and Nigeria at the senior national level. Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro said he's yet to release his list for the friendly. Portugal will face Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea in Group H at the World Cup. Nigeria failed to qualify for the Global Soccer Fiesta after losing to Ghana in the playoff. That ends the national news from BGI TV. Before we go, some major headlines. Nigerian Army gives stand order on Yoruba Nation Act soldiers to kill citizens who attempt to snatch rifles. We also brought to you how we are checkmating Ebubeagu Amotekun, other state-owned security outfits, IGP declares. NSCDC arrests suspects, kidnappers, drug peddlers in Ise-Ekiti. And on sports, friendly, Ronaldo, Leao, Bruno Fernandes to face Super Eagles in Lisbon. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Babagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Jumat Mufida to all faithful Muslims around the world. I am Morire Rebila Lawa. Good afternoon.